Hey, we should host another group build sponsored by the podcast.
Sure, but it needs to be a race car this time.
Yeah, something that can race on asphalt or dirt.
And night and different types of weather. That would be pretty cool.
And can fly.
Wait, what?
What you talking about, BG?
Hey, I got it. Rally cars.
Yes.
What date should we run the build for?
How about January 31st? It can start and go to December 31st. That's a good amount of time.
Sure, I can work with that.
Okay, but I gotta say, I'm a little concerned about the defying gravity thing. I haven't had much luck in that lately.
Join the Scale Model Car Podcast 2025 Rally Cool Rally Car Group Build and build that rally car model kit that's been sitting on your shelf ever since you brought it home from the hobby store and said, I'm gonna build that one day, because now is your chance.
Well, hello, my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? Man, oh man, I got a little bit of 57-itis right now. And being that I've been noticing since it's 2025, we have come upon that time that we're probably over the next 3 years going to see a lot of shows doing a lot of theme builds for the Tri-5s. And the first one I noticed was one I'm planning on going to with my pals over there at What's a Pomona, the NHRE Museum Spirit of Speed. Man, I haven't been to that show in a while. I saw this little blip on the face box, and holy mackerel, man, I gotta go. And I thought to myself, you know, I've had a kit here and a build that has been really brewing in my brain for many, many years, and I had started it quite a few years ago, and I think I'm gonna bust it back out, because it's just something I've always wanted to build, and it gives me an opportunity to do a video that I've always wanted to do for you guys. We're going to take a look at this. I had already started this kit quite a few years ago, many years ago actually. This, of course, was the Model King reissue of the Spirit of 57. And I have a few different versions of this kit. I did a video last month or something, right there on one that I had started, which was originally this build, this project. There was problems with the plastic, so I put that old kit away, and I ran out and I bought this when it was available at the time, ran down to Andy's and snagged this, and continued on with the project. So let's show you what I got so far. But, you know, I'm doing a gasser, basically, this whole deal. But let's see what we've got going. I had already kind of got the frame, you know, together. This is an old kit. It's kind of basic. It somewhat looks like a 57 Chevy frame, but also kind of has that, you know, it's a little simple, but I mean, even the rear end, I mean, that's pretty cool looking. Nice looking Dana rear end. I mean, this is a really nice looking frame for a gasser, I think. Even if it was like to say it was a totally fabricated frame off of an old 57 Chevy, it has a lot of the same angles and everything as a 57 Chevy. But let's get some things out of the way here. I'm going to show you some more stuff with this. And the instructions. I don't know how familiar you are with the Spirit of 57, you know, its base and all its other, you know, connected kits. It's a simple kit. It's been around a long time, but it actually builds into a really nice 57 Chevy, especially a post car. For the longest time, this was our only post car we had. This thing's all about being a gasser, and we got, which is cool. It's got like the glass, it's even got the side glass, which is proper for a gasser, and we might color that glass. I don't know yet. Here's my interior that I got going. Here was the pieces of it. I want to take just the basic stuff out to kind of show you what we got going with this kit. Ooh, I even have the engine here. I got, and this is the kit engine, but I went ahead, even though they don't quite fit right, I still wanted to go with these cool valve covers that came in the Baldwin Motion 70 Camaro. I really like that look. It kind of gives the look I'm going for with this thing. This is the kit engine and transmission, I believe, from what I remember, and that's perfectly fine with me. It'll drop right in there we'll get a closer look at that. But if you guys recognize, this is the lower part of the dual carburetor, high-rise manifold that came out of the Monogram 66 Malibu flip nose, which is one of my favorite, big block dual carb manifold setups. I really like that. It looks pretty good. So we got that much of the engine going on this. I'm not sure what I had going for wheels. I think I was going to go with some classic 5-spoke, either Kragers or these Keystones. I have some in here, but we will see. But one thing that I did grab, I want to show you this photo etch fret here, this photo etch 57 Chevy photo etch. We've got the chrome here. My plan is I'm going to have to cut this part right here off because I'm not going to have the lower bump of the grill, all that stuff. Not going to have it on this car. I'm just going to get this chrome piece on here. Maybe. I always love that look of these cars when they're drag racing them. I love the looks of when we have, just no bumper in the front, maybe the upper portion of the bumper, and then I always wanted to go for that look of just the grill, in which this is really awesome stuff. Look at this grill, this photo etch grill. I've always wanted to get a 57 Chevy photo etch grill to build a model like this. And this photo etch set came from the AMT Pro Shop 57 Chevy. Rated it out of one of those. And really all I want to use is that. I might use some other pieces, maybe not. But this is the important part. Because I just want to have this hanging underneath somehow. We'll get it all working in there really good. I just love that look, and man, that it's going to have the right stance and everything, all high in the front, and that grill just kind of hanging there. And the hood scoop I decided to go with, and I'll be blending it all in. But if you recognize that came from the 75, 76 Dart, and they still put those out today. And that's what that came from. I kind of wanted that, what they call the Mopar look anyway. I just thought it'd be appropriate for this gasser. We had the basic black interior, nothing much. It looks like it's got a really cool tuck and roll. I hadn't done much back then. I cut the back seat out. That's why this is all painted black. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with the interior to liven it up a little bit, but I'm not going to be super concerned about that. I have the driver's seat, more of a, high back with some, I already got the seat belts in. Good. Don't have to deal with that. And then just to have a passenger side, I threw one of these. These came from the Johan Pro Stock Mavericks and stuff like that. I always like that. That's actually a resin seat I used to make many years ago. I just popped one of those out in resin. And this actually is this is a resin seat too. But this came from the Johan Sox and Martin Barracuda. Those Johan kits are a great source of killer parts. And a simple roll bar, we'll get that all set up nice. But here's the thing about this. So I saw that that's the theme for the Spirit of Speed, and I have always wanted to build a particular car, a vision I had, and this really hits that vision. And back when I was getting Hot Rod Magazine in the mid-'80s, there was this ad for Goodyear tires. And that car on the back, it struck me. That's when I first saw that whole look with just the grill hanging there. But over the years now, there's so many companies doing these grills. And this one looks really, really close to what they look factory, even with the holes there that are for the bar that goes across. And they did a really nice job with this one. So I think this is going to give me that look of that just hanging out in the middle of nowhere, just hanging out grill. That ad just really caught my attention so much. I had always wanted to build a 57 Chevy in that color too, either a candy apple red or go a little darker and make it a brandy wine. That would be super cool. But I've decided I want to go full on candy red with this. And there's a paint job I've wanted to do and do a video on forever, because I'm going to go candy red full on, man. I want this thing to gleam too. I haven't decided yet. I'll probably find some decals to throw on the side that of course look like gold leafing and stuff like that. Gonna have to do that. Gonna go totally traditional gasser. Man, this thing should just have the right stance. These aren't the front tires I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with some skinnier ones, but those are definitely the back tires. I was kind of dialing these ones up right here. And the plan is, let's flip this around. I'm probably going to radius that rear wheel well up a little bit. Let's see if I can. I'm twisting. You see that? I'm going to radius that wheel well up a little bit. But I like the idea of having these tires sticking way out like that. And we'll find some cool Kraggers to go on this. But here's the thing. The paint job that we're going to do on this. And I've been dying to do a video for you guys. I'm going to go full on candy apple red. And I'm going to do it very traditional. But this is the thing. I'm going to do it all with rattle can. This ended up being it. I'm probably not going to go with this because there's another great silver called Silver Leaf that to me it does, and it has got the perfect metal flake in it. It's not too big, it looks to scale, but it's nice for doing candy jobs. And then I'm just going to use TS74 clear red. I'll shoot that over the silver, and then when I'm done with that, I haven't quite decided, but more than likely I am going to clear it. Probably first, I will use this premium top coat from Mr. Hobby. This is a great first layer if you're wanting to either lay decals down or do any other color changes or anything. Like if I wanted to put another color stripe on there or something. This is a great separator undercoat that you can do for in-between colors or decals. And it's even good to kind of shoot your decals with this because this is really nice to decals. So you want to have a nice smooth surface to lay your decals down, and then put this down, and that should eliminate any chances of that silvering. And then my final covering. I have owned this can for a long time. Probably a year ago I bought it, and I just haven't had the opportunity to use it. But it is this Mr. Super Clear from Mr. Hobby, and it is the UV cut. This has been recommended to me by Jim Drew, and he's built these fantastic models using this clearing system. And I'm sold. I am totally sold. I am very confident this is going to work good. Now everybody's saying, well, why not just use TS13? To be clear, I'm clearing with these Tamiyas. Well, I've been having, and a few other people, it's been problematic a bit with the TS13. I like that clear. It's really aggressive. You got to be really careful with it. I've got it right here if I want to go for that. This is even not even opened yet. And I do love this clear, don't get me wrong. What's nice about this is a lacquer, so it's a little bit hotter, and it's a thought. I might do this, because one thing is, if I used this TS13, being lacquer, you could really buff this out to a high gloss, which is something I'm thinking of doing with this. So it's an option. We will see. I actually would like to see what you guys would like to see me use on this body down in the comments below. But my thing with this is I've been just dying to use it, and I know that Jim Drew gets amazing results with this, and I've seen other people who I sit there and go, well, it's good enough for Jim Drew, I'm going to do it, and then they already have, like my buddy Jason over there at the Blue Ox.
Oh gosh.
They go ahead and they use this stuff long since been using it, since I said something about it. I've seen all the results that make that look great. So there it is, my 57. I've talked about wanting to do a 57 forever on this channel. The 57 Chevy is my favorite car. It's my dream car. I always wanted to own one. Probably never will, because they're just unobtainable now. Man, oh man, I would take up beat up old four-door. I wouldn't care. I just would love to have one, but I can build them in scale. That's the beautiful thing about this hobby. And man, MPC did a really killer job with this kit. They really did. That's a really good looking 57 Chevy. And boy, oh boy, it's going to look cool on this thing here. Now, let me do this. See if we can get can't get a mock-up, doesn't want to hold together. Maybe I'll do a mock-up of it. We'll do another video as we're going on. But this is what I'm throwing on the bench. Well, I have a model that I want to finish, and it's probably not what you guys think it is, but I've got a few paybacks I got to do. I got some models that I, right at the end, stopped working on for whatever reason. One is this car that's built in Stuttgart, Germany. I can't say the name for obvious reasons. Because I won't. We're going to have a video coming up on that. And a couple other things, but I decided, since the Spirit of Speed said, and I know there's going to be other shows coming up that are going to make the Tri-5s the theme. This is the best Tri-5, baby. I know there's people that love the 55, and I love it. And there's people that love the 56. Not a fan of the 56 for some reason. It hurts my eyeballs. But 57, I have just lusted over a 57 Chevy since I was a little fella, watching Return to Macomb County Line, and a neighbor down the street had one. I'd just go stand sidewalk, looking up his driveway, staring at his 57 Chevy. And I just thought they were just the neatest looking cars ever built. So there we go. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. This has gone way too long enough. I'm sure you're tired of it. There we go. 57 Chevy. Boom. The Spirit of 57. Gonna get built for the Spirit of Speed. Man, let's hear you down in the comments below. I want to get any input. You guys got any ideas what you would like to see me do with this? Do you want to see me do a candy paint job with rattle cans? Do you think I can do it? You think I can pull it off? You think it'll look great? And yes, by the way, this will have the proper color spark plug wires. The only color spark plug wires we use at the Luka C shops. It's the only proper ignition system that goes into a 57 Chevy gasser. So one thing I was doing, I want to ask you guys, and I'm kind of changing my mind. The original one, if you remember in that one video with the black body, which is where this started from, I wanted to sand all this off and didn't want anything down the side. And that's where I discovered where it had a lot of the peeling and all that stuff. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, you know what? I think I want to go for it. I think I want to have, I don't know if I'll do the Bel Air, but I do want to at least have this. I might have, but then I'd have to smooth this all out in here, and that's problematic like anything. But let's see something. We've got these. I wonder if they'll fit. Let's do a quick look here while you guys are still here. We've got from that pro shop. Would that fit in there? Come on, nah, it won't fit in there, but that's okay. We could do it up with a little bit of the Ammo by MiG foil. It's just one thing I'm saying. It's very thin in the sense of can't get a lot of paint on there or it'll bury all that. But that's what's nice about, what I love about these Tamiya paints is their millage is so thin. So I don't know. I think I might keep that. The original idea was that to be all gone and it just not have any trim. But man, that right there just has always accented 57 Chevy fins. We might go in that route. We will see. So anyways, there you go. We're getting out of here. Let's end this. It's going on and on and on. I got work to do. This is cool. I'm gonna get on this. This will be a really pretty model sitting there on the table. That's the game plan. There's nothing like a candy apple red 57 Chevy gasser. It seems to be the proper way to go. Heck, they even did it on the box, for crying out loud. So I kind of like that look. I might just go for that with some Kragers. Pretty much this right here with Kragers. Dual carbs instead of a blower. No Spirit of 57. And might radius out that wheel well a little bit more. I just think it's a little too square up at the top. I always like that follow the the tires, the shape of the tires. So there you go. All right, I want to thank you all for watching. Again, down in the comments below, love to hear what you all think. It's a bitchin' kit, man. If you never thought about getting this kit, now you know. Now you know what it's like. I think it's worth it. It's a really cool kit. It's got a lot of great stuff. We'll give you a quick look here of what's on the chrome tree, but I don't know how accurate this is. This might be the chrome tree from the older black one, because it's got these wheels instead of what comes with the Spirit of 57. I don't know. Why do we like to bust out these model car kits and fiddle around with them and mock them up and play with them and maybe eventually build them and finish them? Because it's fun, right? Here's the producers.